Hey guys, welcome to a brand new episode of The Last Day on Earth. Today we're going to do a comprehensive review of the update 1.5.4 that has just dropped for Android users. We're going to be going through everything you need to access the second bunker, what materials you can take so you can be best prepped for actually getting to the bunker and getting the loot so you don't have to go back to base and then go back. We're going to be going through every bit of material that you're going to need, what to expect when you get there and what rewards you can get. Additionally, we're going to look at some of the other things that have changed, the new addition of aluminium bar and what that's going to do for the game and how to use it, where to find it, everything you need to know about this update. So let's get into it. The Bunker Alpha's second floor is now open. More enemies, new traps, and a couple of surprises are waiting for you. So, first thing to mention is that you need to complete the first floor before you can access the second floor, because you will need to get round to the generator and you need to build that, put some materials together to access that. Now, just before, as a heads up before going there, there are 3 points at which you will need materials. Obviously, the first one is with the electric fence if you're going to get the loot on the first floor. So just a reminder for that, what you will need is 7 wire, 10 bolts and 5 transistors. The second part is repairing the generator. You require 8 rubber parts, 10 wire and 15 duct tape. Finally, at the end of the second floor, there is a terminal that needs 5 wire, 5 bolts and 10 duct tape to access. So in total, you're going to need 23 wire, 10 bolts, 5 transistor, 8 rubber parts and 25 duct tape to take with you just to run through it and save you going back. Next thing to mention is that the enemies there, they're going to be not too different. We have a minimum, I believe, of 5. I've counted 5 frenzied giants going through it. You have 2 turrets to take down, so to remember to arm up with those long range weapons. There is also one door that requires a crowbar to access it, so you might take that, but you don't need it. It's not a critical part. It might just give a little bit of an advantage on your enemy at one part of the game. In terms of rewards, what you should expect are 1 loot crate that has aluminium wire in it. The guy I saw pull it had 2. There is a lovely vending machine that gives you 2 beers and water, so don't worry about needing water and dying of thirst in there. Next up though, the final bit is one that is behind the repair that is required, and you can expect to potentially pull the chopper gas tank. And yes, you can now assemble the chopper. So I'm going to be excited to build that up and be on my way. Hopefully it gives you, it requires less energy to get to places. It's probably going to require gasoline, and I know I'm going to rinse through my 2. So get ready to build that up for it. So you may have noticed that if you look at some of your chests, you may be hoarding ATV tarpaulin, which is now trash. Just throw it away, because they have kindly changed AT tarpaulin to 250 thick fabric. That's right, 250. That's 500 pieces of cloth, and that is 1,000 grass, whatever it is, to forge that. That's just crazy. 1 tarpaulin is all we needed. Now we need that. Not happy about that, but what I am happy about is the chopper can now be assembled. In the second floor, you can find chopper gas tank. So finally, we have the new addition of the material, not steel, as if you're like me, really want, because you want that military backpack that gives you 16 additional spaces. So you will no longer have that problem of, do I take this? What do I swap out to take this back? Going out to the red zone and be like, nah, I can't even take down any of the trees and things back because there's too much to take back. Nope, we've been given aluminium wire, which you can pick up from second floor. Now with that 2, which I've seen somebody pull, you need to use that to forge 1 aluminium bar. Aluminium bar can only be used in 2 ways. We have crafting the gunsmith bench. Now the gunsmith bench requires 10 aluminium bars. That's 20 aluminium wire. So you're going to have to grind that second floor quite a bit to acquire that. But the other items are fairly easy to acquire, in 15 planks, 25 iron bars, 20 rubber parts and 20 screws. Once you've built that, I believe that you will be able to build weapon parts. Now these are crucial if you're going to produce the zip gun. It's also going to need 4 aluminium bars, so that's 8 aluminium wire to build that. So quite a grind to build the zip gun. But It'll be nice to be able to build your own gun and not rely on, grinding the red zone, waiting for non-playable characters to take them out, or waiting for those beautiful humanitarian aids and the weapon dealer. Oh, the glorious plane crash. I've never been so happy about a plane crash. And finally, to excite weapon fans, they've added some modifications to the game. Extended magazine, silencer, collimator, and laser sights. As for now, you can only find them with a weapon. You can't take them or change them, but in future they're planning to make it possible for players to change their weapons as they like. So now you'll be able to modify the Glock, AK-47 and M16. The extended magazine will increase the weapon's strength, the laser sight increases the damage done, and the collimator sight has an influence on the range of fire, so that's going to be useful for potentially taking down turrets, maybe with a pistol. That'd be nice. And finally, the silencer does what it says on the tin. Silences your weapon. I expect potentially you might be able to creep up to an enemy, take one out, and not alert the other one to your presence. That would be quite nice. So finally, also recipes, blueprints, and resources. You can now... No, that's it. So that's everything. Hopefully that's provided with everything. Hopefully it's provided you with all the information you need to get started on taking down the second floor. That's all for this video. Hopefully you've enjoyed it. If you have, hit the like button and hit subscribe to keep up to date with future information. That's all from me. See you soon.